Today is the court date for retired Wings player Darren McCarty and his wife. Remember, they had to obtain some PPOs against 4 of their former friends, saying the friends were harassing them, threatening them, even giving them death threats. Jeffrey Abood is representing one of the women in the case, and he's on with us right now.
He's on the phone with us right now?
Uh-huh.
So
hey,
Jeff, who are you representing?
I'm representing Tanya Jewell, who is one of Darren McCarty's ex-girlfriends.
Oh, so explain this now. Why is she still in his life if she's his ex-girlfriend?
She's not in his life at all. They had a great relationship a while back. She's not hung up with him at all. She left him alone. She wanted him to live his life. She's living her life. She's doing great things in her life.
Why is there a PPO then? Explain that. Why does he say that she's bothering him?
Well, that's what Darren and Cheryl McCarty are going to have to explain in court today. That's what we're trying to figure out. In fact, when I looked at the facts, I'm surprised my client didn't get a PPO against Cheryl McCarty.
Why? What did she do?
You know, there was a whole series of text messages from her. My client initiated no contact. In fact, she didn't even know who Cheryl McCarty was. She didn't even know Darren was married. She had completely moved on. She was in a whole new chapter of her life. And it seems like after he got married, all of a sudden he has PPOs now against his ex-girlfriends and some of his friends that he used to hang out with.
Hey, so explain to us about Darren McCarty. Now supposedly saying that your client's been doing kind of this crazy stuff, and you say that Darren McCarty's wife is doing crazy stuff. Was there any relationship between the three of them? Like, does she know Cheryl well or no?
She does not know Cheryl at all. In fact, I don't think she's ever met Cheryl, and she didn't know who Cheryl was before Cheryl started texting her.
Where did your client meet Darren McCarty?
I believe back in 2010 she met him.
So bottom line, does this sound like maybe he's trying to save face and prove something to his new wife by doing this with all his ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, that could be the thing, you know. I think it's unfortunate. It seems like his wife is trying to control him, and you know, we've all done things for women to make them happy in the past, so I don't know if that's just something like this to prove something, like you said, to his wife or what it is. But,
what did your client say about Darren McCarty in bed? How was he in bed?
You know, we didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about that. She was too upset to talk about that.
Because Mojo's been dying to know.
Well, no, I'm just wondering, you know.
What did some of these text messages say that Cheryl McCarty was sending to your client?
You know, just, I'm not going to get into any specifics of what they said, but there was just a whole series of text messages.
Like threatening text messages?
You know, I don't know if they'd rise to the level of necessarily being threatening. Some may. We'll expose some of those in court today. But it was just a whole series of text messages. And I believe it would have been grounds for my client to get a PPO against them.
Wow.
Well, let's focus on the issue at hand right now, and that is that they've gotten a PPO against my client, and we don't believe there's any facts to be able to substantiate that. And, you know, somebody can't get a PPO just because they're hypersensitive. It's going to be the reasonable person and a reasonable threat. And in this situation, there's nothing reasonable about it at all.
All right. Lawyer Jeffrey Abood, who is representing one of Darren McCarty's exes in the court case today, will follow it and see what happens, okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks,
Thank
Jeff.
you. I appreciate it. You don't think lawyers ask, so what was he like in bed, or is it just...
Well, I wanted to ask if they had ever had a threesome, because remember, that was my whole theory on this thing.
I kind of was going there, but
I know, but she said they had never met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know your theory was that there was kind of a weird sexual thing between these guys.
Yeah.
Well, these things always are. Big he said, she said, he said, she said, and it all comes down to who is the better lawyers.
What's up, Keith? Hi.
Hey, what's up, Mojo?
What do you want to say about this?
Man, he's a chump.
Is that a professional opinion?
I feel bad for the guy.
I don't feel bad for him. He's a chump. He made his bed. He can lie in it.
I just feel bad that the fact that this guy was, such a great, athlete and really kind of squandered his whole life away after...
But that's how a lot of these professional athletes are. You look at...
After he ripped off his charity?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. What are you talking?
Yeah,
Hold on a second. Allegedly.
Yeah, there's some crazy stories there, too.
No remorse for him no more.
No.
He used to be the number one player.
It's just odd. You see,
do you still have another number 25 jersey?
Yeah, I have one of those.